it's Lisa with Lisa Dom's Crochet. How's everyone doing today? So we went to the Dollar Tree this morning while we were in town. I wanted to go by there because I wanted to get some snacks and just some cheaper stuff to have. They've got, or well, on their website they show that they've got in some clean snacks, like some freeze-dried fruit like strawberries and apple slices, and they've got some really good granola that's kind of clean, and they have some chips like the Boom Chicka Pop, and they have the Harvest brand of the Sweet Pea Crisp Naps or whatever they're called. But anyway, we really love those, and they've got the veggie straws and the vegetable sticks, and they have some made with avocado oil, olive oil, and just different stuff like that, and it's super cheap than what you would get at a regular grocery store. So I told my husband, I said, I'm gonna go by there and look, and while I'm there I'm gonna see if they have any yarn, or you know, what do they have in the arts and crafting section and all that. So while I was there, I got some yarn. It's the Premier Just yarn, and this one is in the color light apricot. It is the number 2066-36, but it says light apricot. So I got 2 skeins of this, and I thought these would be really cute for like the headbands on my plushies. And then I also got, this is called Pale Pink, and so this is what I actually used to make the little Oak and Marlowe Beth Bunny with the little granny square blankie. And I could not remember where I got it from or what it was called. I thought it was called Soft Pink, but it's actually Pale Pink, and it's the Premier Just yarn from the Dollar Tree. And so I only got 1 skein of this, and then I also got the color gray. And I like to use these for headbands, and I've also used these like for beanies actually. These are all in the medium weight 4, and so usually you use like a 5 or a 5.5. Everybody usually calls for a 5.5 hook. And so I actually started working on a Picot style headband, and there is a free tutorial on YouTube that I like, and I did not write down the lady's name of the YouTube channel that I follow for that. I'll have to look that up. Also, while I was online, I noticed that they had these hooks, and it's a pack of 12 hooks. And I've gotten hooks from the Dollar Tree before, but usually they come like 1 or 2 in a pack, and they actually had this big 12 pack, and I could not believe that. So I told my husband I wanted to get a pack, and he said, it's $1.25, just get 2. So that's what I did. I grabbed 2 packs. But y'all, the last time I bought a hook from the Dollar Tree, it literally lasted me probably a little over 2 years before I snapped it. So these work really great when you're working like with worsted weight yarn, or just doing like headbands, scarves, and stuff like that. Now they do okay when you're working on making plushies or amigurumi, but that is how my, I think it was a 6 or either a 6.5 plastic hook that I had from Dollar Tree, but that's how I snapped it in half, was working on a plushie. So but for $1.25, hey, you can't beat that. Now I have tons of hooks, but I just could not pass these up. So I was needing some bigger hooks, and the biggest that it goes to is a 10, and then it skips, and it goes to an 8, and then it skips the 7, and it goes to a 6.5, and then it has a 6, yes, 6, and then this is the 5.5 that I'm using, and then it just goes on down to a number 2. And so I thought that was really great. And like I said, 12 in a pack for $1.25. That was super cheap in my opinion. The other thing that they had was this craft fabric. It's called Crafter Square craft fabric, and it is the fat quarter. It's 100% cotton, and it is so good to make like baby blankets and like burp cloths, and that's what I'm going to use. It's actually flannel material. So These probably aren't too good like to make bags and stuff like that. I mean, I guess you could, but I really love to make like the flannel burp cloths, and I also, you can use these to make reusable like paper towels, napkins, or you know, stuff like that. I've heard of people using flannel to make napkins. So these are the three that I picked out, and I opened this one up so I could show it on here. I actually got 2 of this one, but I only got 1 of the other. And so maybe in some of the other Dollar Trees they might have more. I'm gonna look and see if they have more. But y'all, I thought this was just adorable. It's just adorable. And so I like to watch on YouTube Shabby Fabrics, and she has a YouTube channel, and she actually has a free guide that you can print and cut out for a flannel burp cloth, and I'm going to show y'all that in just a minute. This is the other thing that I bought. It is a 2-pack. It's the mini lint rollers, and I'm always needing these for my amigurumi or my clothes or whatever. And I probably should have got more than this, but I just got the one, and that'll last me for a little bit. Okay, so I am working on the Pico style headband, but that's not exactly what I wanted to show y'all. So I printed out the flannel burp cloth on regular paper, and then because I want to keep that in my stash, but then I also printed it out on this cardstock, so I can go and I got my scissors here, and I can cut it out and tape it, and then it'll be my pattern for the burp cloth. And so this first page is basically just like a materials page and fabric requirements. You use 2 fat quarters of flannel and 1 fat quarter of fusible fleece, it says. And then suggested materials, it says one of those freeze-on pens that you use to like mark stuff, and then with heat, or you know, something like heat or in the dryer, the pen marks go away. It also says to use their point turner and a seam creaser. Well, I normally just use a whenever I buy my stuffing or my polyfill for my amigurumi or my plushes, it comes with one of those like little dowel rods in there for you to use to kind of help stuff your plushies. And so that's what I use as a point turner, because hey, it works. So this is what the first page looks like, and then the second page is like this, and then the third page is the other side. And so whenever you get them cut out, it will look like this. So it has directions on here. It gives you points, arrows to line them up. And so it's pages 2, 3, and 4. So literally it's only 4 pages that prints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I've never been really great at cutting things out, y'all, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, do the best that you can. I haven't sewn in quite a while. I think the last time I sewn something, I made some of those bowl cozies, and y'all, I absolutely love those bowl cozies. You can pretty much find any YouTube tutorial for anything, you know, quilting, sewing, amigurumi, crocheting, whatever. You can pretty much find a YouTube tutorial for it. So I've been watching Priscilla with Pretty and Pate, and she does a lot of sewing along with crocheting. And then I've also been watching Blondie Knots, and she does a lot of knitting and crocheting and needlepoint, and she just does all kind of stuff. So I like to watch all different channels, because I not only just crochet, I'm trying to learn to knit, That's something that I've always been interested in, is learning to knit, and I'm getting better and better at it. I can cast on really, really good now, and I can do just like regular knit stitches, but when it comes to doing like pearls, I get confused. I don't know why, but I'm gonna keep trying to learn, because that's something that I've always been interested in, so I want to really learn how to do that. Okay, now I did not bring my tape in here, so I'm gonna have to go and get my tape. You could also use glue on this if you didn't have tape. The only glue that I have right now is fabric glue, and I do not want to waste it on this paper. I do have tape, so let me run and get my tape, and I will be right back. I had 2 different types of tape, but I thought maybe this big tape would be better for this project. So it gives you arrows on here, and you just line the arrows up, and I know y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just lining these arrows up, and have to be real careful with that, because if I don't, it will turn back on itself, and I can't stand that. So tape it on this side, and then I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna tape it on the other side. And then what I'll do is I will cut these little pieces of tape that is hanging off. All right, so this is what we're looking like. So I've got my pattern all cut out and all taped together, and so all I will have to do now is gather my supplies and then use this as a guide to make my burnt cloth with. And so it's going to be really, really easy. So I thought about using this as a backing on that other. Probably should have got a plain color, but they didn't have anything like that. So this will make it really fun and really pretty. So for $2.50, you can probably make 1 or either 2. I probably should iron this flannel before I try to do any cuttings on it, because it really, really needs to be ironed. However, I don't have a way to be able to iron in here, and my ironing board is in my hallway closet, and my iron is in my bedroom. But I probably should iron it before I cut it. Yes, because it's very wrinkled. I do think it's gonna look cute together though, because y'all, yeah, that'll be real pretty together. Let me open up this other fabric here. So even if you can just get 1 burnt cloth out of 2 of these, I mean, they were $1.25 a piece. Even if they were $1.50 a piece, making 1 burnt cloth for $3, I mean, hey. So this is what this looks like. Now I will have to get something to go with this, but y'all, look how beautiful these colors are. They're so vibrant and pretty. I think this would be super cute for a little girl, and I mean, it could be for a boy too, but I think mostly probably for a little girl. So if you put, like, you could use basically any color, I mean, that you wanted to use. Yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, maybe even pink, because it's got some pinks in there too. But it's very pretty flannel. So I'll have to find something to go with this flannel piece here. So I will probably be buying 2 more pieces of flannel, probably at the other Dollar Tree. I will try to see if they have the flannel and what colors that they have. So I guess I'm gonna get off of here real quick so I can iron all of this up, and then I will try to get back on here later on and show y'all what it looks like when I cut it out, because I also need to go find my fusible fleece. It just says 1 fat quarter of fusible fleece to go in between it. So I've got some of that. I just have to find it. So talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, it's me again. Oh, I look a hot mess. But anyway, I just got done. I cut out this burnt cloth and I got all my materials together and sewed it, and I didn't record any of that. I guess I should have, but I got it done, and I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like. So this is the front and this is the back, or they could use this for the front and that for the back, however they would want to do. But anyway, it's you just, you know, would just put it over your shoulder and then put the baby, and you just burp the baby. So I thought that was super cute. The only thing that I don't have is tags. I wish that I had tags with my logo on it. I had watched, I think it was Little Hill Craft Co. or yeah, I believe that's who it was. And she makes tags on ribbon through iron. She gets some type of iron-on paper and she puts it in her printer and she prints her logo, and then she cuts them out and she irons them onto ribbon, and she sews ribbon to her bags and stuff. And so I'm really interested in doing that. I've just got to find me some iron I don't know how to say that. I've got to find some iron paper so I can you know, print my logo out, to be able to print it and maybe iron it onto some white or light pink or light purple ribbon. I hadn't really 100% decided yet if I want to use white ribbon or pink or purple, but I just think that's a great idea. I mean, it's a great idea. Now, I'll still probably, and I have a few left of the faux leather tags with my business name and logo on it, but those I like to use mostly like for hats and scarves and beanies and stuff like that. So for like material stuff like this, I think I need like some type of cloth material logo. So I just put my hair up in a ponytail, y'all, and I tied it up so it's what it looks like this. Thank you, my husband. He turned his oxygen machine on. That's the loud beep that y'all heard. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to show y'all that. Talk later. Bye. Hey, y'all. I'm back again. Don't judge. I look a horrible mess. I'm fixing to go get me a shower. But anyway, I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I need to make a build to go with my little burnt cloth. And so I found some free patterns online from TaraReed.com. Sew with Tara Reed. And she has a pattern for some bibs. You can actually get the printout to do 4-in-1. This is the newborn, and then the 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12, and then 1 to 4 years old, which I'm sure if you had an older kid that needed it, like if somebody had like special needs and they were older than 4, you could use that for them too. You do have to piece them together though. After you cut them out, you have to tape them, which is what I did. And so what I was thinking was, since I got my little burnt cloth made and it's got this print on this side and this on this side, I thought, you know what, I would make a newborn one like in this color, and then I want to make another newborn one in this color, and I'm going to do like a 3-pack, like 2 bibs and 1 burnt cloth for like $25 or $30, something like that. But I just got done making this, and I got like a huge roll of this like diaper like material. This whole roll of like diaper material. It's called diaper cloth, but you can get this from Walmart, or you can get it, I'm sure, from anywhere. I thought, you know what, it's a good bit on this. I could probably make, oh gosh, several of them. And I actually thought about, you know, maybe some of my burnt cloths, putting them on the back instead of doing it 2-sided. But I thought, you know what, I think I'll just leave them 2-sided and just do the bibs with the diaper on the back. So, and I also got a couple of different, let me show y'all. I'm sorry about that, y'all. This is me real and raw. So I got a couple of different snap options. I bought these you get 60 sets, plastic snaps, the Hello Hobby. It's size a 1/2 inch or 12 mm. And I don't remember how much these were, like a couple of dollars, like $2 or $3. And then these plastic, I'm sorry, they're metal aluminum snaps. Now I already had these you can get at Walmart. These you can get at Walmart as well, but I already had a pack of these, and I really don't remember where I got them from. Probably at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, I don't remember. But I just thought, at first I was going to try to use the plastic, these, but then I thought I'm just going to use the metal because I had a tool for this and I broke it. It was like a little plastic tool that I bought from like Temu or somewhere, and I broke it and I never got me a new one. And so what I've been using, and even I've showed y'all this before, you know, what I even do for my like safety eyes. And so I could not find my rubber mallet. I don't know what happened to it. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, everything disappears. Like, okay, we got 4 kids total, and like my oldest daughter, she always comes and says, Mama, can I borrow this? Well, it might as well be, Mama, can I have this? Because I never get it back. And then she's like, I don't remember borrowing that. I don't have that. I've not seen that. I don't know. And that's always the answer. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I didn't borrow that. And so, literally, I never get things back. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, I'll have to find my rubber mallet or either buy me a new one. But for today, I used this hammer, and I just was very easy. So I used mine and my husband's tool set. Y'all always go to the tools. And I just put this on there very gently, but it's not coming off. So you still have to put the hazard label with these as well because of the snap on this. Now, if I was to use Velcro, I probably wouldn't have. But y'all, I've used Velcro on these before. I've made these before. Different pattern. It was actually my own pattern, which I really don't like my own pattern that I have. It's okay, but I wanted something more professional looking. So I've used the Velcro, and you have to sew the Velcro on. So this is not sewn on, and I feel like this snap will probably last a little bit longer. So I know that this is not crochet or whatever, but you know, I'm gonna be crocheting later on. But I just wanted to show y'all my little pretties that I made. So, and I used to sew like all the time. And then I quit. By the way, I redid the outer on this. I went ahead and got that blue color that matches. It's like a blue-green color that matches. It matches better in person than what it looks like on camera. But I seam ripped all the white and went ahead and went back around my husband. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm fixing to make another build in this color here. And then it's going to be like a 3-pack. There was a lady, and I can't remember who it was on YouTube, that offered like some free easy printer labels or whatever for different stuff. And so I think I'm gonna use her easy printable labels and print me some labels for my bibs, and just kind of do that. And so it's in cardstock, and I can like staple or tape the back of it and just, you know, write my price on there. Because I've also got this thing from Temu that is a price stamper, and so I thought I could use that to just stamp the price onto those labels, and then just maybe attach my business card or something on there. I thought that would be really great, and then I wouldn't have to worry about the little pink plastic, and I could use them for my crochet business. I'm gonna get this all of this material that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'll show y'all my other haul that my husband got for me today. So give me just a minute and I'll get it and I'll show you. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. So I got some more material, and I got my husband to get me this little plastic, and it's real super thin and flimsy, but that's okay because I'm only going to be putting, let me move some of, he got me some of these harvest snaps. I love those, y'all, and it's so hard to find them, but they have them at our local Dollar Tree for $1.25 or either $1.50, I can't remember, but look. So a cheap little storage bin because my plastic thing is overflowing and it doesn't have a lid, and I'm always losing stuff. I'm going to transfer everything into here, all my thread. I got a lot of threads and just different notions, sewing notions and stuff. And I just never, ever, ever have enough room for everything. But when you see something on sale, when I see something on sale, I buy it. And a lot of my stuff I've actually gotten at like rummage sales and stuff. Some of it even brand new stuff. Just I got a whole bunch of knickknacks and just different like sewing notions and such as that, and I just wanted to be able to, you know, have a lid because I hate not having a lid. I hate having to dig through and find, and I'm probably still gonna have to dig through and find, but that's totally okay. So there's a few needles in here. We'll get them out, and I'll probably just use that for something else. But put my needles in here, and I've got all my needles in this other little, and so I'll just keep my needles in that, and then I can set that right over in there. And so, and now I got me a lid that'll fit down on here and close up. How about that? I'll probably just wash this out and use it for who knows what, no tellings what. I might use it to put snacks or something in, toiletries, I don't know. We use little buckets like this for everything. Okay, so let me put this other needle, because it's an actual regular sewing needle, and I want to put it in here. And you know what? I think I'm going to put this bag of snaps in this other bucket that I just bought. So I do got a regular sewing box that my husband bought me because my other sewing box was so old and it was tore up, broken. A friend of mine's grandmother was getting rid of some of her sewing stuff, and it was right before she passed away, and my friend didn't sew, so I got her sewing box, and it was super, super old, and so it was just about tore up anyway. So I got some more of this color because I have another piece of this right here, and I needed this for the back of it. And then look how stinking cute this is, y'all. It's little rainbows, and then I got this to go with it. Isn't that adorable? It is just super cute. They only had one of each of these, and I got this right here because I thought maybe that it might match. I don't know what I did with that other piece of material, but that is not it. I must have left it in there. Anyway, and then I got these and this. So I really want some plain pink to go with these, or either just white. So if I can find some more of this, this would be really cute. Maybe. I don't know. And even this would have been really cute together. But for now, I'm going to do these two together. These are definite that I'm going to put together. And then hopefully I can find some plain or whatever to go with these, because these are so cute, y'all. These are just adorable. And like I said, I can use them for the bibs. But however, I would like to really do the burnt cloth and the bib combos, like I said. So I might do, I don't know. I see if I can find either some white or some plain pink to go with these. And then this will be 2 sets. And then I might try to find like some blue or yellow to go with this. And then I might try to find some blue to go with this for a boy. I think that would be great. Or if I could find some more of this, that would match really great. So I might try to see if I can find some more of that. They just didn't have anything else at that local Dollar Tree, but there is another Dollar Tree probably like 25 minutes from here, and actually there's 2 of them, and they're both probably the same distance, so we might can check both of them just later on down the road. But this is cute, and this would be a really cute option too. I may make one like this, and then because I'll have enough left over out of both to do a newborn bib. I just can't make a bigger bib. I can only do like a newborn out of these. And so I may just use these to make like the bigger bibs or whatever. I don't know. I may use this to make a big bib and this to make a big bib, and then try to find some plain pink or white to go with this, so I could have 2 girl options and 2 boy options. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I'll see what sells, and then I can see what else maybe that I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'll do. I will make a bib and a burp cloth set out of this for a newborn. Bib and burp cloth set out of this for a newborn. Try to find some plain pink to go with this to make bib and a burp cloth, and then I'll use these for some of the bigger bibs. Alright, so I'm gonna get off of here for now, and I'll see y'all later. Okay, y'all, I made this one for the girls, and I went ahead and found this here, and it's, you know, from the Dollar Tree. That was my first haul, and I think I showed y'all earlier on the video, and it was just stuck back in my bedroom. I forgot I'd put it on my dresser. But anyway, it really matched with this, so I decided to do this pink, I don't know what you call that, but it has a lot of pink, and it actually matches like this right here. It almost looks like a chevron print right there. Can y'all see that? And that matches this right here. So I thought for a girl this would be cute. Now I'm going to do an infant bib in this color with the white diaper, and an infant bib in this color with the white diaper on the back, the diaper cloth material. And so this will be my girl one for $25. And then I've got another set over there to make a girl, and a set over there for the boy. This is going to be my other boy colors, and these are going to be my other girl colors. And so $25 a piece. If I can sell all 4 of them, that'll be a good $100. So that'll be good. And then I've got the 3 in there that I didn't have a match. It's really a match too. So I thought I would do like the bigger bibs, like the 3 to 6 month, the 6 to 9, and the 9 to 12 month bibs out of them. And I think I could probably maybe get 2 bibs out of each one, or that's what I'm hoping. And I'll probably sell them for $8 or $10 a piece, single like that. Or I might sell the both of them. Here's hoping that I can get all this done this week. But yeah. And then I got some stuff, like I said, that I want to work on crocheting as well. This is my table in my dining room, and it's a mess, just like the rest of my house is a mess, y'all. Anyway, we'll talk at y'all later. Hey y'all, it's me again. So we just took a load down to the coffee house, the Willow Tree Coffee House, where I do a consignment, and I picked up some of my old makes, and I left some new makes and a few older makes. So I didn't get pictures or video. I didn't get video of my newest make that I made, which was, I made the May Elephant by BKAY Crochet, the Edie Mae elephant. I got some blue gray with the bubblegum pink and whipped cream, and I'll try to insert a picture here. And I will show a little short video after I do this of taking the things to the coffee shop. But I took my black and white lamb again from Jenny Loopy Doo. I put $35 on it. I took the black and tan Edie Basil Bear by BKAY Crochet, put $35 on it. And then I took the vintage white Beth Bunny with the granny blankie mod and the pale pink, and the vintage white Brie Mouse with the granny blanket mod with the pale green. Those were the two with the little granny square blankies. And I put $24 on both of those. I took both of the bedtime babies that I made. The pattern was by Nicole Creations, and I've showed both of them on here before. I put 15 on both of those. I also made a pale pink pacifier holder for $8. It was crocheted, and I took it. And then these are all Oak and Marlowe makes that were not new. The other ones were new, and then these were older ones that I just repriced. The Finn Bear with the bee costume, Tilly Cat with the mermaid mod, now that was new. The yellow duck, that was new. The bear ballerina in pink, it was not new, I just repriced it. The bear ballerina in purple, I repriced it. And the Beth Bunny steel gray with the pink ballerina tutu. Anyway, I priced all of them at $22 except for the Finn Bear with the bee costume. I priced it at $25. I calmed down like $4 or $5 on all of those. And then I also took the Beth Bunny with the teal overalls, and she was not new. I just repriced her for $22. And then I took my last chicken and the egg for $10, and it was not new. I left that Dusty Dragon and the Fox, the Mama Made Minis Knotted Lovies, $40 each. I had them for $45, but I knocked them down to $40, and I left them down there. So let me tell y'all what sold and what I brought back home. I sold the Mama Made Mini Una Unicorn, the Knotted Lovey, for $40. I sold DeLon's Pond Pals, the two Pond Pals. They were in the mallard bodies. Sold two of them. I sold my sunflower turtle. I haven't sent y'all the pattern yet to test, but I've been making this sunflower turtle for a while now. I need to get people to test it, but I mean, I've been selling it, so I want to sell it as a pattern though, but it sells pretty good, y'all. I've sold a few of them. I sold Faith's little mini dragon that I made, and I think that was it. So this is what I brought back. I brought back all three of my little market pups. I didn't sell any of my market puppies, so I brought them back. Patterned by Straight Up Handmade. Oh, I did sell one of her butterflies for $25. It was the white butterfly, and if I have a picture, I'll put it up here. But I didn't sell the bee or the purple butterfly, so brought them back. I brought back Frankie and Annette. These were by DeLon. Didn't sell them, so brought them back. I didn't sell these. These were by Beth with Scarlet Garden Crochet. I didn't sell her bears, so I brought them back. This is the little Frankie bear. Uh-oh, it looks like a little kid had fun with it though and chewed my business card up. Look at there. They should have probably bought it, because I don't know, y'all. I'll have to talk to them about that. I don't know. I guess I could take like a wet wipe, a Lysol wipey, and wipe little Frankie bear down, but I would hate to try to sell it knowing a baby has slobbered all over it. So I'll set that to the side. Tilly Cat, I had 24 on it. I didn't sell it. I brought it back. And then I think this was the Fat Winged Friend from Delon. I had 22 on it and I didn't sell it. It's the B, so brought it back. So I'll probably just spray all these down with Lysol. Maybe wipe that bare with a Lysol wipey too. I think just the Lysol spray will probably do it though. Normally that's what I do, y'all. And I'll just take all of them to my market in September to sell. So I do have a market in September. I do plan on setting up, you know, if the Lord's willing, because it is a real market and I really do. I paid $25 to be in that market, so I really want to go to this market. You know, I paid, I need to go. So I got a ton of makes that I can take. But hey, that was some good items that sold, you know, the butterfly, the little mini dragon, my sunflower turtle, the two little pun pals, and Una unicorn lovey. That was some good things that sold. So I am currently working on making Palin Pony by BKAY Crochet, and I've got the little body made. I just got to make the head. I'm working on making the ears, and then I have to start on the head, and then I'll have to do the mane, and you know, the little thing that goes around the face, the halter I think is what it's called. I'll have to make the halter for it. I think it comes with a bow. I didn't do the bow for the May elephant because I felt like if it, you know, and I made the stuffy. I didn't make the lovey version. I made the stuffy. It's stuff. But I figured it's blue-gray, even though it's got bubblegum pink, you know, toes. I still figured it could be for boy or girl. But I didn't do the top knot bow for it, but I probably will for this. I may make another one identical to it and leave the bow off at it just in case, you know, a boy wants it or something. But I've been making a lot of the BKAY Crochet because I joined the Common Knots official group to support BKAY Crochet, and she gave a little bit of a discount to the ones that joined the group for her patterns. And so I've had my eye on a few of her patterns for a while now, and so I just decided, since I had some sales from the coffee house, that I would use some of that money to buy me a couple patterns. So that's what I did, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, and whenever I get this little Palin pony finished, I'll come back on here and show y'all what he looks like. Bye. Hey y'all, it's me again, and good morning. It's Wednesday morning. I wanted to come back on here and show y'all my Palin pony. This is the absolute first Palin pony I have ever made. So I don't know if I told y'all or not that I joined the Common Knots official featuring BKAY Crochet, Brandy. She is the creator and designer behind, and owner, I guess you would say, of BKAY Crochet. And this little Palin pony is the itty Palin pony. She also has a regular size Palin pony, but I have always wanted to make this pattern, and so whenever I joined the Common Knots official, and I did Common Knots before with a different maker, but Brandy, she was so sweet to give everybody a discount for her patterns, and I just thought that was awesome, and I had to have Palin. So I had thought about using either the, I think it's apricot, and then the pale pink, of course, from the Dollar Tree, you know, the yarns, new yarns that I had bought to do the top knot bow for Palin. but then I got to thinking, you know, maybe this was too neutral, and then I don't know, I just wanted to do something different than the pink. And a friend of mine said I should do pink, and I thought about doing that. And I probably will make one with pink, and I probably will make one later on with the apricot, and I'll probably make a couple without the bows for the boys, you know. But let me just show y'all, I absolutely love the way that you do the mane and the tail. So it is such a cute little pattern. So I decided to use Steel Cut Oats by Premier Basic Chenille Brights, Whipped Cream by Bernat Blanket, and Taupe by Bernat Blanket. And I have no idea what this color is. I actually got this yarn in a rummage sale, and it was a roll, and y'all, it is so soft, but I think it's a super thin yarn. It's like a weight 2 or either a weight 3. It's definitely not a weight 4, but I just absolutely love the color of it. So the way that I did it, I decided to go ahead and tack it on. And so instead of weaving my ends in, I just left enough on the end so I could go around and tack the little bow on the pony, because whenever I take stuff to the coffee house and it has like bows or anything that's on it that's, you can remove it, people remove it and it gets lost. So I wanted to say I did, however, get a couple of things back that I thought had been taken off and lost. And so I got the Beth Bunny, her headband and her little mini carrot bag, and I got the little mini carrot bag back that went with the little bunny that I made. It was one of Delon's patterns with Lauren.Crochet. I just don't know about taking things to the coffee house that has removable items, because of the fact that the kids, they're allowed to play. I guess it's just like any store, you know. She's got a big tall shelf, and I know y'all seen it, you know, earlier on this video, and that's where all the baby items is, and that's where she's wanting me to put all of my stuff, and that's fine. But, you know, they're so busy, I know they can't really control who comes in and shops or whatever, but the kids, you know, just play. But, and I haven't called them today, but I need to, because it really bothered me that somebody let their baby chew all over my business card, but then they didn't buy the item. So I don't know if it was one of the employees there or somebody that, you know, purchased, that was gonna purchase it and change their mind. I don't know, but I really, you know, I didn't like that, because what if somebody else come in and they wanted to get it, they probably wouldn't have got it because of seeing the chew marks on the business card. So I am going to talk to them about that, and I'm not going to be mean or anything like that. I just want them to understand, you know, the fact that, and I know it's a baby, you know, and everybody carries germs, even babies can carry germs. So, but, you know, it just, I just want to keep it a clean business, I guess you would say. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, that's besides the point. I guess enough griping and complaining. This is the little snuggle pattern. It's not the stuffy. I did, when I bought the pattern, I bought the stuffy and the snuggle combo pattern, because I thought, you know, I would want to make both of them, and so that's what I did. Now, after I get a few of these made, I want to make at least 3 of them, and then I'll probably wind up taking these to the coffee shop. But I want to wait first and see if some of the other things that I took will sell, because I really didn't have any more room really to put anything else. So altogether, I think I have like 18 items there now. So, but Palin turned out adorable, y'all. I just absolutely love this pattern. The way that she has you to crochet the head on. It's no sew. Other than working the mane in, it's surface crocheted, the mane, and the tail is surface crocheted. But y'all, this is an adorable little pattern. And I know that there's a lot of people that really likes this pattern. I really want to get like a soft pink in either Bernat blanket, and I thought about getting that Walmart Mainstays blush pink and use that to make a Palin pony in that color. I just think that would be absolutely beautiful, you know, to do a pink pony. There's a lot of people that, you know, they like the pink ponies, and I see a lot of people on Etsy and on Facebook and Instagram selling the little pink ponies. I have on shorts, y'all. I know y'all can't see this in that video, but I do have on shorts and t-shirt, but it is freezing in my house right now. I need to cut my air off. We're currently waiting on the home health nurse to come to see my husband, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit cooler, you know, and that sort of thing. When we have company, I like to keep it a little bit cooler because I know people don't want to come into a hot house. But I'm about free, so I'm fixing to cut this air off. But anyway, I'm rambling. This pony is so cute. I love it. And I'm fixing to start working on another one, but first let me show y'all what else I've been working on. I really didn't want to use this color, but it is literally the only pink that I have right now, and I didn't have the money to go out and buy more. But anyway, I joined that Summer Loving Cow, and y'all, this is the only thing that I have managed to crochet so far with the Summer Loving Cow. So I did part 1 of the Summer Loving Cow, and this is a little pig that I'm doing, and I got the arms and the legs and the ears, and that was part 1. So today I'm going to try to work on making part 2 of this. However, this will probably be on next week's video when y'all see it, but I wanted to show it to y'all anyway. I need to get on there today and look at that Summer Loving Cow and see what else is on the agenda, because I honestly have missed like 6 patterns because I've just been busy doing other things and everything else, and I've not been able to really participate like I wanted to. But that's just how things go, y'all. Sometimes I just get so caught up with life, the busyness of my life, you know, trying to help take care of my husband, taking care of the kids, doing things around the house, and I just get so busy that I just can't do everything that I really want to do. So, but anyway, this is bubblegum pink, and it kind of reminds me of Pepto-Bismol pink. It is pink. But anyway, I paired it with the black yarn because I thought that would be cute for the piggies. I know there's different colors of pigs or whatever, but like I said, I didn't have any other pink, so I thought, why not? We'll go with this, and we'll do like a bright pink, and I know somebody will fall in love with it. But anyway, it comes like with a little strawberry or watermelon hat. Y'all see her? Oh mercy, they're spoiled mess. So let me see if I can show y'all. Hold on. So this is Macy. She is our dash hound, and I'm puppy sitting for my daughter, and this is her dog. There's a dresser mirror there blocking. My daughter is getting ready to, she's been trying to get some of her stuff moved into her house. Like I said, she's getting married. There's Brownie. Brownie's up on top of the couch. She's looking out the window. Brownie. 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 She's ignoring me. But anyway, they just this one is Sock. She was the new puppy that we rescued, that somebody throwed her out at my parents' church, and my daughter took her in, and my parents took the brother of this one in, and they named him Taz. My daughter named this one Socks, but I call her Peanut. I usually call her Peanut or Socks, but normally I just call her Peanut, which she's not so little like a peanut no more. She's a real big peanut. She's gotten big. But anyway, this is my box of yarn, my crochet stuff over here. My little working area here. And so I just got my safety eyes and my hooks and my pricing inventory stuff my market inventory notebooks and stuff, and I got my Mama Made Minis pattern book under there. Oh, and I got this. I want to make that Briggs Bear. That's another pattern that I bought, was the Briggs Bear, and I want to make the little Briggs Bear to go with this book that I got. So I've seen a lot of people doing the book buddy, so I bought this book, and I want to do the Briggs Bear. I got to get some of the green though. I don't have any of the green. So I guess that'll be the end of this video, y'all. This is a longer video than what I normally do. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I have made it to 100 subscribers. Yay! I'm so excited I could just bust. And I'm over 1,500 followers on Instagram. Y'all, that makes the Soul Girl so happy. So happy. But I'm still a long way from 1,000 subscribers. But I know I'll get there. I know I'll get there. Please like this video. Leave me some comments. If you watched all the way to the end, leave me a horse emoji. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye. This is what happens when you leave socks unattended for even 10 minutes. And here, she makes an absolute mess out of every little thing. And now I get to pick all this up. And I mean, she went quite crazy. Sorry about that. I was choking. Quite crazy.